Okay, good morning, everybody. We're getting to play our second day of Neon Dynasty today, and we're playing a deck I've been pretty excited for. The first deck I put together for this format. Hello and welcome, Spikelings. It is I, Rafael Nadal of MTGO Modern Leagues. What? I don't understand the reference. Your once and future trophy leader, Inspiring Spike, and welcome back to my Shark Typhoon. Today in the Typhoon, we're going to continue our victory lap around Modern with some sweet new Neon Dynasty cards and Mardu Greasefang vehicle combo deck. Will I break Modern again? Probably not. Or will our vehicles run out of gas? That was a good line. Stay tuned to find out and support the stream through the usual stuff and praise Clothis. Thank you, Chess, for the cold open. Good morning to you. Okay, so the big idea here is that Greasefang, it's not letting me zoom in on the cards, but Greasefang, Okiba Boss, is a 3-mana 4/3 that at the beginning of your combat step you return a vehicle from your graveyard to play and it gains haste. And it is very powerful to return specifically Parhelion, the bulk rare from War of the Spark, which is a 8-mana vehicle that when it attacks, you get 2 4/4 angel tokens of vigilance and they're attacking. Not tapped attacking, just attacking. And Greasefang can crew Parhelion. So like your basic kind of generic combo here is Goblin Engineer, put your Parhelion in the graveyard, then cast Greasefang, get it back, crew it, attack for 13, and you have 2 angels in play, you're probably winning. Doogie, thank you for the 23 months, appreciate ya. Obviously, you know, you gotta have more cards in the deck beyond that, so we've kind of put this in the Asmo food package, where there's a lot of overlapping synergy here. Where you know, we've got Smuggler's Copter as a discard outlet for Asmo, discard outlet for Parhelion, as a vehicle for Greasefang, which can be crewed by either Goblin Engineer or Voldaren Epicure. Epicure also discard out for Asmo or Parhelion. Urza Saga, of course, is always a good backup plan in these kind of decks. Typical food package. Daredevil also good to just loot away with Smuggler's Copter, get some extra card advantage. Salvage Titan and Skysovereign as extra engineer targets. Skysovereign in particular is nice to deal with Karn the Great Creator, at least in theory. At least that's the idea there. Do you get the 23 months? Croak with the 12 months? Wool with the 5 months? Alright, I think we're just going to run into it. Yeah, I've been pretty excited for this one. This one's going to be a good time. I also have my Kamigawa Basics today. This hand is completely unkeepable. This hand's a bit better. I'm trying to think, do I want to play this on turn 1 or do I want to play it on turn 3 and crew the Copter? Probably play on turn 1. Just lead on the Sacred Foundry here. Oh, yes.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
Not that guy. I think of the 100 bits. How does Engineer work with Skysovereign? It puts Skysovereign in the graveyard so you can reanimate it with Greasefang. Just like the Parhelion. Okay, that's a pretty good draw. I'm going to play that. Yeah, no, there's a lot of moving pieces here, so it's okay if you're a little confused. I'll try to answer as many questions as I can. Okay. I guess I should have attacked first. That's okay. We can make a token, crew the Copter, loot away the Daredevil. Uh-oh. Well, it seems that my opponent is probably playing... Sorry, don't look at that yet. Ponza. I am, like, mostly a red deck. Trying to think if I should get Plains or Swamp. Probably just get Swamp first. Can you use Skysovereign with Karn in play? No, but but Skysovereign still gets the ETB, which kills Karn. In a lot of situations, at least. Ooh, double bolt's pretty good for my opponent, huh? Alright, let's hope for no Blood Moon. Yeah, these basics look really good. And they have the Blood Moon. Interesting. Okay, let's go Bomat Courier. Attack for 4. Then we can Blood Token, discard the Daredevil, then cast Asmo. Probably not playing that Saga, huh? Have I streamed with my preview card yet? No. I mean, I don't know. Light and Slash is like kind of a boring card. It's cool, but like as far as like cards to stream with, it's just not a priority. Since they hit Pillage here, since it's like Light and Slash is gonna be like a one of in Boros Stoneblade, a one of in Hammer Time, and it's just not gonna be like that crazy of a card in those decks. There's just more interesting things to do for the time being, but we will do that eventually. Just not not very high on my to-do list, you know. Okay, Salvage Titan, interesting draw. Turnpike with the deck tech, pretty early. Let's go. How much have I played this deck for? This is the first game I've played of this deck. This is the first game I've played. The cards just came out. Okay, they hit an Arbor Elf with Blood Red Elf. It's good for us. Okay, so Boros Affinity. Midnight. Patchwork. I feel like Patchwork is just so much better in Hardened Scales. I'm not sure, like if you want to be an artifact-based Luris deck to take advantage of Patchwork, why are we playing this and not Hardened Scales? Mortar, thank you for the 9 months. Appreciate you so much. Okay. Dude, another Saga's pretty bad. I want to cast my Daredevil this turn, to be honest. Should I pump the brakes here? I guess I could go attack with my Construct. Attack with my Construct, then... They probably chump block. Oh, the problem is if they chump block here. The problem is if they chump block, me casting Salvage Titan is not that good. I feel like pumping the brakes a little bit is correct here. I don't think I actually have a great attack. Okay, so yeah, I really just don't understand like these affinity decks like this. Oh, Michiko is your big payoff. I don't like this card very much, to be honest with you. I feel like it is it's at least a card I just don't think is very strong. I think it's a card that's very easy to play around, is a little bit slow, is a little bit win more. At least that's my impression of it. But this is a cool idea. I did miss like what your payoff was. And so, like, you know, this is kind of like a very classic situation where I think that a newer card is just kind of weak, and a lot of people do think that this card is good. I think this card's pretty weak. And it's just kind of one of those situations where time will tell how good or bad this effect is. You know what I mean? Time will tell. This is interesting. I will at least say I'm a little bit more interested in it now. Oh, Colossus is a super fast clock here, and it's a creature. Golly. Yeah, we're just dead. Did I miss the Tezzeret? But we played some Tezzeret yesterday. We'll be playing more. Don't worry. Okay. Playing against Ponza, huh? Cut my Spellbomb. Needling Arbor Elf is kind of nice. Probably just cutting it though. Could play a couple Portable Holes. Could play a couple Thoughtseizes. Thoughtseize is kind of nice because of Endurance. But 3. Alright, so again, just to circle back to here, I do think that if this is your idea, this card and Springleaf Drum and a Luris Affinity deck, I think you've built it pretty well. I like the Synthesizer a lot, although I do think Synthesizer also plays pretty well. Tezzeret, just throw that out there, I guess. I kind of like the split of 2 main, 2 side Portable Hole. The Sideboard Fortuners are fine. I think you should play Rest in Peace over Sanctifier because your deck is really soft to Living End, but nobody listens to me about that. You might want to play like 1 copy of Zabaz as a Urza Saga target. Like the first Zabaz over a Bomat might be fine. Especially because you're in red and white. I think those are my thoughts. Okay, we can try this hand. Miss Tezzeret. Yeah, it was. I mean, Tezzeret's a 4-mana planeswalker. I think the card is good, but it's not like crazy better than other like 4-drop options. Was my initial impression of it, I guess. Seemed fine. We'll be playing it more. How does it feel to be able to brew without the trophy race pressure? I mean, you know, good and bad. Like, I am someone that really likes competition and try-harding and all that fun stuff. Now that it's over, you know, I'm back to more just like focused and working and building things, which is also fun, but it's a mixed bag. Okay, so they've got a bolt up for my Copter. Got a second Copter now. I'm gonna go Cookbook, discard Salvage Titan, cast Asmo, and then I'm actually like pretty happy if they bolt my Copter and not my Asmo in this board, I feel. Especially because I have the Greasefang. They do go for the bolt on the Copter. I'm gonna go ahead and get an attack in. Kind of looking for land, especially knowing that they have pillage. Okay, pretty sure I discard a Copter since I could get it back with Greasefang. So to get this back in the hand, I need to exile 3 artifact cards from my graveyard. I have 1 now. Okay. Let's discard a Cookbook. Which is another card for, another card for Salvage Titan, and then I can go Crew, Copter. Attack with Copter. Copter's actually been looking decent this game. Okay, discard Greasefang number 3. Oh, no, I was supposed to discard the Cookbook. Because then I could have Salvage Titaned here. Okay, well, we'll get the next turn, I guess. Okay, so we go discard. I guess I would have had to sack my Cookbook last turn. Okay, so discard Cookbook to get the 3rd artifact of the yard for Salvage Titan. My opponent is pausing, so they might have like an Endurance here, but I can respond. I can respond to Endurance by activating Salvage Titan. Yeah, they must have Endurance because they didn't cast Seasoned Pyromancer. So they're wanting to Endurance after I activate Salvage Titan's ability, so I guess I'm just gonna pass. And if they want to keep holding up the mana, we can play this waiting game. We win the waiting game. Do you think 4 Daredevil is mandatory? Seems like such a slow card. I think 4 Daredevil is great in a deck with like all of these looting effects. With Smuggler's Copter, like you're pretty happy to like just loop your Daredevils a lot. And obviously, like it's super important for your cookbooks too. Your Salvage Titan's terrible without 4 Daredevil. So the one unknown card was a Bloodbraid Elf. Hitting an EE on 0, but I can sack these food tokens before they're able to you know. Oh man, we're so close to having, I almost have the combo here. Alright, so Caster Salvage Titan, 0 mana 6/4. And we also get Parhelion in the yard. And then the big question is, do we attack with the Copter here to try to find a land for next turn? Or are we scared because they've got a lot of power in play? I think I'm going to attack. What's the theory behind Salvage Titan? It is a 0 mana 6/4 that you can tutor with Goblin Engineer in your food deck. Not a bad draw. So they have Seasoned Pyromancer mystery card. They top decked another Bloodbraid Elf. We're dead to a Lightning Bolts. And they hit Lightning Bolts. Come on, dude. Rough stuff, rough start. Okay. Looking at our opening hand here. This is a mountain. I like the sand. Trying to think how I'm gonna lead on it though. I think I probably like a opening on Bomat Courier here. What's the combo with Engineer that I alluded to last game? Engineer gets Parhelion in the graveyard, and then Greasefang, that card you saw in my hand last game, returns Parhelion to play. You crew it, you get 2 4/4 angel tokens, you hit him for 13, and that's the combo. It's playing its mill. Not sure how this matchup is. Obviously, this is one of those, we're a graveyard combo deck, and they're a deck that is going to be filling up my graveyard somewhat. Which is always an interesting dynamic. I think I discard the Voldaren. I don't think this card's really doing that much for me here. I think discarding Swamp is also fine. I've got a lot of stuff to use my mana on with this Saga going, too. Yeah, I mean, Emrakul in the sideboard is always awkward in a deck like this, right? Where, like, we want to fill up our graveyard to, this is, like, our deck's game plan is very much built around it, so... I don't think it's something you want here, to be honest. Can I explain why you're playing Epicure over a different Discord outlet? Yeah, it crews Copter is the main reason, to be honest. Like, you need a density of creatures, you need a density of Discord outlets, and you need a density of cards that crew Copter in the stack, and Voldaren is exactly that. Okay, I think I'm gonna go ahead and discard another cookbook and kill a crab here. Yeah, also good against Crack the Earth. Yeah, your card's pretty solid overall, for sure. Alright, draws a card with Lantern, a sign that they don't have a land in their hands. Plays another crab. I was honestly kind of hoping they mill over a Daredevil for me. Not the end of the world, of course. Another Saga. Yeah, let's make a token. Probably getting Nihil Spellbomb here as a way to like be able to counter Drown or Surgical or Crypt Incursion. And then trying to think if I cast this cookbook. I'm pretty sure I do. I think I like casting cookbook so that if my opponent mills over a Daredevil for me, which I think they're somewhat likely to do, I'm going to be able to start making a ton of food tokens. Okay, and so let's go ahead and deal them an extra damage here. Could sack the Bomat next turn, maybe. But we should be pretty good to go here with 38 cards left in my library, 2 lethal attackers, more coming on the, and 2 more on the way, and my opponent missing lands, of course. Yeah, they too bad since you have to sack. I mean, yeah, you don't get the blood token is pretty good in our deck too. Yeah, I'm not really sure really what Neonate is offering. Alright, the jig is up, perhaps. Maybe it was already up. Are we getting Parhelion in the battlefield? This new card, Greasefang. The Greasefang is a 3-mana creature. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you return a vehicle from your graveyard to the battlefield and it gains haste. And then Greasefang has 4 power, so it can crew Parhelion. Which we might get to do here, depending on how good our Bomat Courier is. Good enough. Do have a white source left to fetch. Godless Shrine in the yard. I don't see a Sacred Foundry. Let's go. We did it. Okay, first time we're doing it. I'll get a surgical, I guess. Nope. Awesome. It's pretty cool. Alright, so we want these Thoughtseizes, I think. I think this is probably a good matchup for Herald of Anguish as well. I think I don't want this Needle. The Spellbomb is okay. I don't know. Spellbombing on myself is kind of awkward. Probably gonna actually get rid of the Spellbomb. Probably cut the Skysovereign. I mean, killing crabs is okay, but I guess Skysovereign was kind of nice against surgical. Yeah. And then maybe we just be 63. Kind of like that as well. Don't think you need 4 Daredevil and Parhelion. In this matchup, you want me to trim on some of those? I think it's probably fine. Seems reasonable. Is this not a good Esper Sentinel deck? You could play Esper Sentinel here. One thing is, I think you maybe if you feel like Smuggler's Copter plus Cookbook gives you a density of discard outlets for Asmo, then maybe that's something good to do. You could play it over Voldaren Epicure. I don't hate the idea. Obviously, this is still, you know, a pretty new brew. Yeah, I think WotC definitely saw this interaction. I don't think this was like an accidental wombo combo that they put into Modern Historic Pioneer. I think it was pretty intentional. T done to go 4 months, appreciate you. Like I saw Greasefang and like I immediately was like, whoa, Parhelion. And I doubt that they have no one at Wizards that like also, you know, was able to see it pretty quickly. So we milled over Salvage Titan, which is actually pretty good with my Cookbook Daredevil here, right? T done with the 4 months, raised with the 16. Didn't mill up Parhelion, also don't have Greasefang in hand anyways. Yeah, I think it's very much intentional. I would be shocked if it was not intentional. Obviously they missed some things, but it's just like so perfect. I'm trying to think if I even want to attack with the Bomat here. Like my hand is like full of gas. Yeah, I might just like even sack the Bomat to the Cookbook next turn because I'm worried about just getting too many cards off the Bomat. It's a good problem to have, maybe. Could maybe say I probably not channeling this game. Narwhal, thank you for the 6 months. Appreciate you. Yeah, do we have a command for the combo? Just wondering. Okay, did they just Field of Ruin me off red? Because they milled over my mountain. I should have still fetchable red sources. So there's a Parhelion in the yard. So I guess, yeah, let's go ahead and sack. Oh, this is a food, not a blood token. Oops. Greasefang off the top? I only have one left in the deck, actually. Yeah. So now my opponent's last card is just a land. I can start using Engineer to get back Smuggler's Copters and stuff. I think I'll just leave these all in the library. Fail to find. Weird matchup, as a lot of matchups against Miller, kind of weird. We can go Salvage Titan, Exile, Cookbook, Copter. Guess I only get one Copter back with the Engineer at first. Also get back the Bomat, I guess. Any brews with Esper version of the combo? I mean, I've thought it out a little bit. Like the Esper version probably plays Dakin, Faithful Mending. Okay, milled over my 4th Greasefang. Sad. But yeah, I don't know exactly what what it looks like, to be honest. Probably casting a 4-2 here. It's either cast a 4-2 or get back a Smuggler's Copter with the Engineer. I feel like this is a lot more mana efficient. Corn Chips, a good 26 months. Appreciate ya. Cookbook to get Greasefang. Oh, I forgot. I forgot we've got that activated ability on Underworld Cookbook, to be honest with you. Yeah, we'll probably do that next turn. Should have done it this turn. Yeah, more than one recipe, huh? When you get your trophy, Esther's gonna give it to me at some point today. Okay. Well, Max punished for not doing that last turn, as my opponent has now Crypt Incursion to me. Deserved that, I guess. And I think I'm just going to continue to cast 4-2s and I guess probably lose the game at this point. Yeah, the Neo cards are not in Stream Decker's database. Yeah, so Slurs can recur the crab over and over again. How many Asmos do I have left? Well, actually still have 3 Asmos of the 16 cards. That would be a pretty good out here. Although they do get to gain 6 life off of Luris when I kill it, but you know what's 6 more life? Gary to 13, appreciate you. They play E on 1 or 2. Okay. So probably not getting back this Copter. Yeah, I think I've got to I think I've got to try to draw an Asmo here. Nope. Do you want Spellbomb to counter Incursion for game 3? Maybe, I don't know. Spellbombing ourselves is kind of awkward in this matchup. I do think it's probably fine to trim at least one Daredevil. So mill me for 8 here. Play new Tezzeret today. I played some yesterday. I have several decks ready for today. I'm not sure exactly what we're playing. Mill over 2 of my remaining 3 Asmos. Can't I even win from the spot? I'm dead to like lands, dead to spells. Classic place to be, I guess. I guess I can Goblin Engineer a Copter and then play a Copter. I mean, we'll play it out here, right? We'll attack. Play a Copter, Engineer Copter. Next turn I can Voldaren, deal them damage, crew both Copters, attack for an extra 6. And then for 8 here, down to 16. I think it's just not going to be enough. Cookbook Asmo. It's too slow. I can't cookbook and return Asmo. I think I just like I have 7 cards in my library. This puts, you know, a lot more pressure in play, right? Oh, dude, I totally forgot about the explosives. Okay, this was not the line. Yeah, we should have cookbooked the Asmo. I totally forgot about the explosives on 2. And I should have engineered the Shadowspears. Oh, just nothing. Mono mistakes. Mono mistakes. It's kind of classic when you're playing a deck for the first time. A little bit of learning curve. Alright. Let's go to game 3. Yeah, I do kind of like playing, I guess, the Spellbomb over the Daredevil. Smuggle to 5. This hand is pretty perfect. It has Thoughtseize into Engineer into Greasefang, which is, I think, about as good as we could possibly hope for. Hopefully they just don't have 2 pieces of graveyard hate. Okay, Archive Trap me. Hit Salvage Titan in the yard. No Parhelion though. So they have a Crypt Incursion, but Crypt Incursion doesn't deal with my let's take the Fatal Push here. Crypt Incursion doesn't deal with my vehicles, and they're also on the draw, so it's a little slow. Alchemy, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much. Appreciate ya. The Visions is pretty scary. Okay, yeah, next turn they actually get to... Well, no, I'm gonna have 16 cards. Yeah, they're gonna actually be a little short here. Oh, I can also Salvage Titan to get 4 cards out of my graveyard if they go for Visions, which is kind of interesting. You have a Sideboard guide for Hammer I'd recommend. I don't know. I've written a couple for Channel Fireball, but they're not like super in date, to be honest. A chest also gifted a 5-pack. 5-pack day, I guess. Say congrats on the trophy race. Looking forward to new decks. Thank you so much. But that I'm glad the race was such a success. It was honestly nuts that it ended up turning out so well. Okay, so my opponent has Visions, Crypt Incursion, Mystery cards. So if that Mystery card is, you know, like Drown in the Lock, we're really sad. Surgical Extraction, we're really sad. But hopefully we'll be really happy instead. Fractured Sanity, digging for Surgical. Tinge with the Twitch Prime, Soul with the 13 months, and then got Deck Tech for Slow Bro. Let me finish this game real quick. Alright, target Parhelion. It's in play, crew 4. Literally Hogak, huh? Jeez. Does this deck work with that Urza Saga? I mean, probably not, man. It's Urza Saga. Okay, so if they go for Visions, I can respawn by Salvage Titaning. This does get returned to the hand, but we have another one in the yard. The notifications. Okay, so they can Crypt Incursion for a decent chunk of life, but it might not even be enough, to be honest. They have... We'll see, I guess. I have 28 cards in my yard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this one doesn't really count. 6, 7 creatures. Okay, so I'm gonna definitely Salvage Titan here. I think I'm gonna go Exile Cookbook, Shadowspear Cookbook, hold priority. I'm trying to see if I sometimes think if I want to shrink my card. Oh, I was holding priority. Okay, I guess I don't get to exile any more cards from my graveyard. Just maybe fine. So next turn I'm attacking for 8, 16, 21. Yeah, I'm not seeing a way to get lethal here. Maybe I should have left the cookbook in the yard. Be okay. Their engineer crew Parhelion. Parhelion is crew 4. Yeah, we can sack the Parhelion. Yeah, sorry. Engineer the Engineer the Parhelion for Copter. This has got to be a pretty good matchup. I don't know. I mean, they've got a lot of graveyard hate. It's always like a weird dynamic playing a graveyard combo deck against a this is first strike? Against a mill, because they have so much graveyard hate. It's just a bit weird. Not necessarily bad, just weird. Okay, so I have 26 cards in my library. I have 17 cards in my graveyard, so I guess if they have a land, they do get 2 visions. There's visions, mystery card. Yeah, they get 20 cards in my graveyard. They get to draw 3. It might be good enough. We'll see. Take a look at the Impossible Esper thing. Impossible. Why? Discover Impossible. Oh. Discover Impossible is a really weird card. I don't actually know that it's good. It could be good. It's an interesting thought. I do like that it's 2 spells for Thing in the Ice. That's pretty clever. Yeah, I think I like this list. Let's see what your what's your removal spell split? 3 ending, 3 push. It's probably fine. This actually looks pretty tight. Yeah, I feel like this is the best shell I've seen for Discover the Impossible. It's definitely the kind of card that you'll just have to test. But I will say that it definitely has some potential. I probably want the 3rd veto in the sideboard, but this looks pretty tight. I actually won't change too much. I like the numbers here. The 1 Shadow of Doubt's probably fine. I like it. Yeah, if I was able to hold priority in Salvage Titan away the extra Copters, maybe we wouldn't be dead here. Okay, there's no way I am ever... Okay, I can't even get a basic. Okay, so they definitely have Trap here, right? They have Trap. They're gonna put that, which puts me down to 7 cards in my graveyard. If my opponents said if they just have double Trap and they said they were doing some quick math, I guess they should just Vision's looking for another Trap. Okay. So they have 3 looks at a Trap. I think no other card gets it done for them. They've already played 2, so 2 looks out of 42 cards. Or 3 looks out of 42 cards. Not great odds for them. I think they're probably composing a GG's message in chat. GG's. Bray's Apprentice, welded with Goblin Engineer to gain value, food tokens. Seems they're much better grinding engines in the format than Engineer Bray's Apprentice. It's mulligan this hand, I think. Let's go to 5. Yeah, I'll go to 5. Okay. Yeah, let's just keep the 5-card combo hand. Stomping Ground again. We lost to Pawns in round 1. Let me update the record, I guess. Okay, don't mind that draw. Interesting. Okay, so they're probably not a Blood Moon deck. Okay, I'm not going to activate Saga next turn, so let's just go Engineer. Combo might be a little slow on the draw here. Maybe would have been fast enough on the play. Maybe it will still be fast enough here. Dryad, okay. 2 cards in their hands. Scary, scary stuff. Likely to be dead, though, unfortunately. Make my opponent have it. Kind of classic modern, play draw. Just the whole game. Just the whole game. Oh, I even had Alpine Moons over Damping Spheres this morning, but I'm like, I want to hedge against Titan some more, so I played it. But here we are against the wrong Titan deck. Okay, so double Valakut here is... It's not lethal, is it, actually? Maybe it is. It's 12 damage, and another land is 18. So they have to have 2 lands in hand. Yeah, they're going after my Greasefang here. Okay, Greasefang. And then I can just go Cookbook, discard Parhelion, Greasefang, kill them. Have I actually done the combo yet? Do you see these angels in play? Yeah, we did the combo. We got the angels in play. We're about to do it again if you missed it. Just... Pretty cool. 1 Greasy Fang. Yeah, mull to 5, baby. Mull to 5. This is really powerful. You know, it is also disruptible for sure. This combo is very disruptible, but it is like undeniably powerful. Okay, bring in the Thoughtseize and the Herald of Anguish, I guess. Got the Skysovereign, the Nihil Spellbomb, got the Needle. Probably don't care too much about Shadowspear in this matchup. Breezy, 12 months, appreciate you. Salvage Titan might be a little slow. Probably got the Salvage Titan. Connor's take? Well, Connor's take was a Pioneer list, right, Jiggy? I thought I saw, maybe I'm misremembering, but I thought I saw Connor. It was as a Pioneer version that trophied, right? Oh. Yeah, let's mulligan this, I think, against Titan. That's funny. Okay. I just need an engineer off the top, huh? So they've got Titan, Elder, Bolts. I feel like I should take the Titan out of this hand. It's kind of close between that and the Bolt, maybe. I feel like Goryo's Vengeance with more synergy. Maybe. Definitely does kind of feel like that, yeah. Probably still play Saga this turn. But I might not make a token next turn. I might go Epicure, Asmo next turn. I like that this can bait the bolts. Potentially. Take your damage, opponent. Yeah, I think, yeah, I wrote an article about this deck from CFB. I actually changed some cards from the CFB list, just thinking, like, after playing a bit more of some of the other cards, I did make some updates. Awesome. Like, love to eat the bolt there. Although if they're sacking here, we definitely have to still hope they don't have Titan. But yeah, I wrote about this list for CFB, and I do think Unearth is definitely a good card to consider. It is, I'm not sure exactly how it would fit, but it's obviously one on my radar, and should be on your radar too if you are looking to mess around with this shell too. Okay, let's make a token. I think we grabbed the Bomat here, actually. And then I think I just discard a Greasefang and buff the Construct. With me being in on the Bomat plan, I'm just going to, like, discard my hand in a second. Oh, sorry, the Construct doesn't have haste. I guess I could have waited. Plays around Bolts a bit better, though. Have we done the thing? Yeah, we did it twice last game. One game, one off of it. I know I haven't played with Lion Sash yet. But I mean, people keep asking about Lion Sash. But Lion Sash is kind of like... It's not the most exciting thing ever. They get double Valakut, then they... have 9 damage to deal. Pretty dead. Can Academy Manufacturer fit in this deck? Probably not. Like it competes with Greasefang in the 3-drop slot. I don't know. It's a bit raises the curve, which is you can maybe play 1 as like an engineer target, I guess. Alright, it's game 2 or game 3. I really like these basics. It's kind of early to call them my favorite of all time, but I like them. Yeah, Lion Sash is, like, just clearly good, and, like, it's not, like, super exciting either. Like, it just kind of, it's, you know, just kind of clearly, like, a good option in your Stoneforge Mystic deck. It's not really going to come up all that often. Interesting hands. I think I'm going to keep. I really need a creature to crew this Copter is obviously the problem with this hand. I'll put back the mountain. Cinderglade, Stomping Ground, Scapeshift, Dryad. Am I really taking Corsair Crewfix out of this hand? Could maybe take the Bolt. Yeah, I'll take the Bolt. Second cookbook, pretty bad draw. But if we can rip a Voldaren Epicure, whatever, I don't know how you say that card. Asmo or Goblin Engineer are going to be in okay shape. Or Bomat Courier, I guess. Okay, we did actually manage to do just that. Hopefully they didn't find another bolt. Classic Thoughtseize bug. Classic Thoughtseize bug. Well, not looking great here, huh? Really a lot of mulliganing or just variance? I mean, we've mulliganed a lot. For me to call this variance is like super early. I mean, this is a deck that is going to mulligan aggressively. I think this is just going to be a deck that mulligans aggressively. But that's okay. There are plenty of decks like that in Modern. Alright, probably need to find an Asmo soon. Okay, another cookbook. Sack the blood token. Another look. Give it another turn. This is all main phase. I think play around top deck endurance. I guess they're not going to do that though because we know the top card. Yes, we are dead to the Scape Shift next turn. I think. I know they have Wooded Foothills in their hands. Yeah. Probably taking the L. I think Roadside Revelry is pretty bad. I don't know. It's like... I think Roadside Revelry is the kind of cards that players evaluate with, like, 10-year-old lenses or 5-year-old lenses, and that, you know, they see, like, the very marginal value that it offers, and they're like, wow, this card is great, but it's just, like... It's very slow, it's inefficient, like, and like, you don't sack your lands for... Like, you don't even sack your Horizon lands in Modern that often. You know what I mean? It's a, yeah. Like, if you're going to play a colorless utility land, it's probably got to be Urza Saga in a deck like that. Alright, well, wait, the first time it wasn't my headphones, was it?
It was the rumbling.
Okay. I'm trying not to get striked over here. That's just handing me the trophy.
Yeah. It was good with the music.
Well, I know it was good with the music, but you can't play the music on the stream. I'm gonna get fired.
Rumbling, rumbling, it's coming, rumbling. Make way!
Thank you, Esther.
You're welcome. I present this trophy to
ready.
a aspiring Spike who has risen above all of the other players and beaten the record. And now we have a huge trophy that we don't have to ship.
Yes, we don't have to ship it. It's huge.
Don't have to ship the big one.
Sorry, I wish I was a little bit more prepared for this today.
Good job.
Thank you.
And then now I can finally have you all to myself. Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Rumbling! Rumbling! It's coming!
Do you guzzle wine from the chalice any day now, huh? Any day. Yeah, the real prize was not having to ship this. Yeah, the second place trophy is like maybe half the size. 2/3 size, something like that. Not nearly as bad. Bog, thank you for the 11 months. Appreciate you. So really hoping to find a land here. I guess I could maybe still find a land off the Copter. But that would require them to not kill my Copter, of course. Okay, they're not killing my Copter. There might be a Cascade deck. Chestnut, thank you for the Switch Prime. Appreciate ya. Unfortunately, no lands. Was Smuggler's Copter ever good in Modern? Not really, to be honest. Not really. It's been close a few times. It's been close. Shocks and a Sacred Foundry, so maybe like 4-color rhinos. Oh boy. What hat? Trophy hat? What, do you have a hat preference, Corvette? What's your idea here? Wear the trophy. I don't know. Okay, discard 2 lands. Maybe this is the General Rockrick deck? Yeah, it's a bit big. It's a bit big. Asmo does kill Rockrick. Hopefully they bounce my Saga. They just plus. I mean, I can kill this next turn, assuming they don't have anything. Okay. Confession time. I noticed this earlier. I don't see anybody mention yet. I'm sure someone mentioned it. I forgot to put a I did forget to put a Springleaf Drum in the deck, so we're gonna do that for next league. I would definitely be getting it here as well. I'm grabbing Bomat. Could Needle Teferi. Needle Teferi seems pretty good. Just play all at sorcery speed. Teferi, Time Raveler. I think I forgot to make a food end of turn, actually. Midas with the Twitch Prime, reevaluated with the 18 months, and we found the land anyways. It's just easy. Okay, crew the Copter. Took my opponent for 6 down to 6 life. Love to find a Parhelion. No. I guess I should play the Saga here too. I mean, Saga's pretty good here, right? Did I miss a sub, Midas, reeval? Well, the Parhelion is usually available the turn after because you can just discard it to Cookbook or sack it to your Engineer. Yeah, Parhelion hasn't really been an issue that Parhelion returns to hand yet. Thank you, Midas. Appreciate Jim. Thank you to Esther for handing me the trophy so I didn't have to hand it to myself. Oh, it's creativity. I was so confused by the mending. They do have to sorcery speed. They do have to sorcery speed this though, and I have the Asmo to kill whatever. I can even kill Emrakul, right? Next turn. Got this to sacrifice if it's Archon. I might need Syria. I really don't know what I'm gonna do with it. You know, me and Esther are trying to move, and so I do think that once we move, I'm gonna switch up backgrounds, and I'd like to incorporate the trophy into the background, but maybe it'll be old news by then. I don't know. So destroy Pithing Needle, then loot for 2. Okay. The previous record was 72. It is funny that I ended up buying myself the trophy. I mean, I don't know. I worked hard for it, man. I worked hard for it. It does feel weird that I bought it though. I'm on board with that. Okay, so I'm probably killing this dwarf token, getting in for 4. I can also, I can present lethal here by discarding Copter and casting Greasefang. I can also cast that for 0 mana. So let's just go for the discard Copter, Greasefang back the Copter. How much? Yeah, this trophy was $200 ish. $200 ish, give or take. You would be surprised how long it took to find good trophies. Like the trophy market is wide open. Any aspiring trophy makers, there is a lot of just shitty trophies out there. The market is wide open, chat. If you want to get into the market. Shocker, thank you for the 5 months. Appreciate ya. Crafter's Cage, sillily doesn't stop creativity. Probably got the Skysovereign Salvage Titan here. I think that's not really what this matchup is about. Needle's okay if they're playing Teferi. Probably cut the Spellbomb. Wish we had to see which creature they were on, but we didn't, unfortunately. Asmo was pretty good against creativity, though, at least. Maybe cut the Shadowspear as well. Shocker, awesome win, not as awesome as episode 80. Yeah, no comment. No Attack on Titan spoilers. Do you have a boat for? No soundboard, unfortunately, for the Skysovereign. This hand kind of sucks. Doesn't have like a really good game plan. Thoughtseize is obviously fine. I'm gonna send it back. Put back the Verdine in this hand, I guess. Jamming Bomat here is pretty weak against Wrenn and 6. Let me see what we draw. Another copy of Thoughtseize. Yeah, I think I like going Thoughtseize into Bomat Thoughtseize. They don't have Wrenn and 6. They do have Rest in Peace though. That one's got to get out of here. Yeah, Verdine Crew's Copter. It's a discard outlet for Asmo and Parhelion. It's also like in a deck with for Daredevil, your blood tokens are pretty good because they often just end up being draw a card for 1 mana effectively. It's kind of a combination of all those ideas, I guess. Just trying to think how in on this Bomat Courier I am. I think I'm just gonna take the iteration. The Bomat's like gets blocked by a Dwarven Mine token in a couple turns. I'll just let this get eaten by the the ending, I guess. And I can like maybe I'm engineering here for Smuggler's Copter? Probably not. Probably just getting the Parhelion. Yeah, bring in Needle against Goblin. You usually want to name either Aether Vial or Snoop. Sometimes Slinging Lieutenant. Yeah, if I had another artifact to sacrifice, like maybe I'll get Copter here, but I think it's just better to get the Parhelion and hope to top deck well. Andrew Bob, 4 months, appreciate you. Vroom, grab some Parhelions. I don't have to hold the trophy goal stream. I know. I'm going to for a little bit though. How this deck come off? You put Parhelion in the graveyard, then you Greasefang, you smack him for 13. This is the new Kamigawa basics. They look really good. Gonna need some in paper, I think. It's fairy. Okay. Wow, I'm actually like shocked that they bounced this engineer. It's actually, I think, very good for me. But maybe we'll just draw a Greasefang. Maybe we'll draw a Copter. Play the Copter here. You think the trophy fits the entire jug? It probably would, Matthew. Yeah, easily. You find a creativity. They flashback strike it rich. Not usually a sign of strength, shall we say. So we go for engineer. Get a needle, can get another Copter, can get a cookbook. Put another Copter in there. I'll probably tapped a little incorrectly, although there's actually my only white spell costs 3 mana, which is Greasefang, so should be okay. They got a removal spell. Maybe Prismari Command. Oh, instant speed ending. Okay. No, Cage doesn't beat creativity. Opponent started paying costs and then stopped. And now they're attacking, so they definitely drew a creativity. Is my trophy gonna be bigger for next race? I don't know. I don't have current plans for the next race, to be honest. We'll see what happens. I will likely do one again, but for the time being, I'm just gonna, you know, commit to chilling. Okay, so I can engineer away the this is not non-token, right? I got me. Can get a Copter back with the engineer. I do think they're just gonna creativity end of turn though. That's really what I think is about to happen here. Okay, I guess not. They do have a spell in their hand. It did say paying costs. Thank you, Sanchez, on the new purchase. Isn't creativity a sorcery? Teferi, the Time Raveler, pretty obscure card in Modern, allows you to cast sorceries at instant speed if you plus it, which my opponent did do. Yeah, it says over here on the left side that they're paying costs. They are paying costs. Okay, so we get to discard Daredevil, Epicure, get back Daredevil, sack the blood token, or just cast a Daredevil. Okay, well, I guess they fucked up pretty bad. Ba-ding. Sorry, I guess my phone's not silented. I don't know why they, yeah, I don't know why they let me loot there. The loot was huge for me. Still don't have that much going, I guess. Yeah, maybe I guess maybe they just wanted me to cycle Remand. It's actually kind of interesting. Mute my phone. Surely they've got to have it now if they're fetching main phase. Oh, okay. Sarah's Emissary. Protection from creatures. Chad, I think we're dead to that. I think we are toast to that. Yeah. It's probably correct, though, to just wait a turn and act like I'm not dead to it, though, so that my opponent is not going to, like, just know that this is win the game. Asmo is a creature. Asmo is a creature. Which this has protection from. Wait, going to game 3? I'm gonna resubmit, I think. I sided up the Skysovereign, but no, you can't. You can't have it ETB 3 times. At least, not in a way that I'm seeing. You would have to have like 15 mana. No, you'd have to have more than that. But you'd have to. I guess you Greasefang it back, and then Engineer sack it. I don't know. You can't. No, you can't return 3 times. Awesome, 60 months, appreciate you. Didn't get to see the end, but I'm sure it was epic. It was, I don't know. It was pretty epic, like, the week before the trophy race. I went on a big heater, and then, nobody caught up. 8th grid on the sideboard for grinding matchups? That's an interesting choice. I honestly tend to be, like, a little underwhelmed by 8th grid, but I don't hate the thought. Maybe it's better than, like, the Herald of Anguish. I'm trying to think if I want to use the blood token now. I think I want to use the cookbook because I'm probably just gonna make Saga token next turn, and I want to have the biggest token in the world. Yeah, I've seen some lists on Twitter from like historic Pioneer people trying out this combo too. It's pretty exciting. I don't like have super high hopes for it in Modern, but I think we've got a good first draft. We've had some fun so far. Is the plan to destroy Herald of Anguish? Yeah. Like, I think the first copy is pretty good. It's not like you're tutoring it. Playing the TED version of this today, the Tez? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I have a Tezzeret food deck. I have like 4 or 5 other decks ready to go. I really want to play some Kaito today. To be honest, I have like 2 different Kaito lists together. And then I also have like a red-blue affinity deck with Tezzeret that I kind of want to play. So like, maybe I'm not sure when we play the food deck, but hopefully soon. I feel like Wear Tear and Kolagon's Command murders this deck. I mean, yeah, man, this deck's soft as stuff. Yeah, like this deck is super vulnerable to interaction. That being said, like you still have like you still have plans against these cards. Like you make big Saga tokens. You get in with Asmo, yeah, you hope you cope. But yeah, for sure. Yeah, artifacts die when they are killed. Artifact destruction is good against the artifact deck. This is true. We going to a pre-release? No, I've got a lot of work to do, and I'm also streaming tomorrow. I think Oswald sits in the meta. I don't know. Like it didn't get like the problem is like it didn't get very much from the new artifact set. This is also something I guess I have to say constantly still is that like Oswald is like really good when it's mono white. A lot of people want to splash colors in Oswald, and I really think that that's not the play. That's not the vibe. Like if you're gonna splash colors, I think there's just better payoffs than Oswald. But Oswald just lets you have good mana, cheap curve. Good vibes. Do we blind needle to fairy? I mean, here I'm just gonna make a token, get a Bomat Courier, get him for 5. I should fill the trophy with 76 mini trophies. There's probably room. There's probably room in there. Yes, like we have the idea for an Esper version, but it just kind of seems worse. So I haven't really like thought too deep about it because I just think it's a worse version of this build. Okay, I'm gonna keep this hand. Obviously, I'm not sure what we're leading on here. I kind of like putting back a cookbook and leading on Voldaren. Because like this gives me a higher chance of hitting a land. Hold on. Yeah, I have more black fetches, so I should get Sacred Foundry here. My mana's pretty good here. Also, it's like you're mostly like a red deck splashing for like Greasefang, but this is kind of your only card that's tough to cast. Am I streaming the challenge tomorrow? I'm planning on it. Yeah. I don't know what I'm playing though. I want to play a new deck. I also haven't played, or I did play Boros in the challenge last weekend. Okay, Thoughtseize. Will they take Greasefang or Asmo? Thought they'd taken the cookbook. No, I'm not gonna play the correct Earth deck in the challenge. I want to play a deck with the new card. So I guess ideally the goal today is to like evaluate which of the brews I've been working on has the most potential, and then try to play that in the challenge tomorrow. I did trophy with the Dreadnought deck yesterday, I guess. Wait, they took the cookbook? Okay, I think they realized the blood token is also a discard outlet. Okay, Daredevil's not a bad draw, but I was definitely, also kind of hoping for a land too. He also didn't reveal a companion. Okay, discards Greasefang this time instead of the cookbook. Bolts the Asmo. Okay. Land is so freaking good here. I mean, I would really like to get the. I mean, we're gonna. I think we're gonna run this deck back, and I'm gonna add a Springleaf Drum. I'm pretty sure I had it in one of my versions, but maybe not. Maybe I just always forgot it. I'm just gonna get another cookbook, I guess, off the Saga. Beautiful mountain. Oh no, this is. Oh yeah, this one. Sorry, this is a swamp. Like the art on this is really good. Undeniable that the art on this card is really nice, but the decision to go with a bright red lantern that's glowing right next to the like land symbol was just like such an odd choice. It just looks like a mountain. Am I okay with a triple block? I actually think I'm not. Real tragedy of mech deck is now when someone says Dreadnought, I have to follow up with which one. It's funny. Unearth Spyro. Sticking a Springleaf Drum over a Copter. I think you probably cut like the main deck Spellbomb. Yeah, I just said this, I thought, but yeah, we are going to add what do I want here? Shadowspear probably. A Springleaf Drum. And then should I equip Shadowspear or should I play double cookbook? I feel like I should equip the spear. 4, 7. I guess they do get to gang block. Yeah. So here I attack, they go chump chump. I think that's fine. Just start making them chump block each construct each turn. They block with the Seasoned Pyromancers. Kind of surprising. And they pack it in. Okay, up a game here against Mardu, Unearth, something. I have Nihil Spellbomb. I probably want that more than Grafdigger's Cage. They might have explosives. I feel like Needles may be okay because of that. I might just resubmit. I think they're probably going to be an artifact-based Graveyard Hate because they're on Unearth. I doubt we want to bring in Portable Hole for like Rest in Peace. Yeah, I mean, Seasoned Pyromancer is obviously a reasonable card to consider. Like, you could play it over Voldaren, this card, but then it's like, it's hard to early Asmo. This card obviously has artifact synergies. It's a better creature to crew Copter with. Seasoned Pyromancer also like raises the curve of this deck a lot in a way that I don't know that you can necessarily afford. Thank you, Ricky. What kind of decks does Kaito fit in? Well, you can wait and see in a little bit, or I guess not that. I can pull up the Kaito list. So I have two, kind of 2.5. But, you know, I think Kaito is going to be good in the Ragavan decks, is kind of my working theory, or at least I want to try it out. I don't know that you necessarily want to start off with 4, but I think that 4 is a good place to start. Just kind of see how the card feels, how it plays is something I'm interested in. And so I have like this Grixis Murktide list with Kaito that I'm pretty excited for. I think Kaito is super strong. I think that this ability is really hard to evaluate at the beginning of your instep. If Kaito into the battlefield this turn, it faces out. I think this ability is really hard to evaluate, but I think I'm evaluating this ability as really strong. The fact that this almost guarantees that you get 2 activations out of this. So like bare minimum, you make an unblockable token, faces out, you draw a card, you have 2 loyalty on your Planeswalker, you have a lot of removal to protect it. And obviously like the upside is, you know, higher if you're already attacking or if you want to get more loyalty. I also built a more discard focused version. This version with Kroxa as kind of a main payoff here. Obviously, I have a few flex spots. I'm not sure about like the one of Snapcaster, but yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. Okay, let's keep this hand. Ain't Kaizo those absurdly hard version of games? I'm not sure what you're saying. I think I like the Murktide one more. Yeah, I agree. I think that is the one that I feel better about, the Murktide one. But those are just like my first 2 drafts of the deck. Especially because it's like obviously like losing Luris and like the discard based version is like a huge cost, and like if you're already losing Luris, then like Murktide Region is like a pretty, you know, standard card to play instead of, right? Yeah, you could try it in a Karthless too. I've tried a few Karth decks recently. All right, 0.1 for Epicure over Season Pyro. Hopefully this lives, although, of course, right? Yeah, it looks like they have an ending. You will live. Voldaren Epicure. Epicure. And cast by Bomat. What? The mirror match. I can't believe it. I didn't realize we were playing the mirror. Guess that's what happens when opponent scoops kind of early. Do I Nihil Engineer here? I guess. I really just want my token to be a 2/2. Is Trash for Treasure too narrow in the stack? I mean, I don't know. Like, the problem with Trash for Treasure in your Parhelion is that, is that, like, you still need something to crew it. Okay. So their deck looks very different from what I thought. They are playing Seasoned Pyromancer and Unearth, so they're just not playing the, you know, the food package, which is maybe a good way to go. I'm gonna bring in the Lantern, gonna cut the Needle. Kind of want these Thoughtseizes. Yeah, Needle does hit her own Engineer too. Yeah. Should I play the portable holes? I think on the play I'm like a lot less concerned about Ragavan. Why not Parhelion? What is your question about why not Parhelion? Because I have all my Parhelions in the deck here. what is your question? Why not Parhelion? I don't know, man. I think I'm just gonna submit this. Yeah, you can needle vehicles. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, needling our own Parhelion is a bit awkward, though, right? Oh, why not needle Parhelion? I see. I understand the question now. Why not needle Parhelion? That was the question. Yeah, that was maybe the plan, and then try to win with my Urza Saga last game. Would an Esper version have counter spells? I don't know, man. Your mana's like looking really rough. I keep trying to build the Esper version. Like, just keep getting stuck thinking it's a lot worse than these Mardu versions. Like, if I can figure out a way or a reason that these versions are going to be better, I'll let you know and I'll play it on stream, I guess. But until then, like, you're just gonna have to figure out like why this version is better, you know. Because at the time of making this comment, I just don't think that it is. Okay, put him almost to 6 as well. Get our cookbook down. So you can Epicure and cantrip the Daredevil. Sadly, no Asmo here. I don't know what card of the year has to be something about this card. I mean, I feel like this card's great in this deck. It crews Copter. It makes it, the blood token's really good with the deck with 4 Daredevil. It's a discard outlet for both Parhelion. A cheap discard outlet for both Parhelion and Asmo. I don't know. I don't feel like it blocks Ragavan. I don't feel like this card is bad at all. Ooh, rough. I guess I'm actually probably okay if they sack their Lantern now to get rid of my Daredevil, which they have to do before I untap with the cookbook. And they do not do. Okay, let's go cast Shadowspear. See if my opponent is going to Lantern. Cookbook. See if my opponent's going to Lantern. Okay, they're not going to Lantern. I think I just grabbed the Parhelion, right? I could grab Skysovereign instead. Yeah, I kind of like that because I'm a bit just more likely to get the, Did I miss a deck tech? I feel like I maybe missed a deck tech. If I missed a deck tech, please yell at me. What do I think of this one? You just copied my list, exactly, right? Did I post this to... I don't... Okay, either you have screenshotted, because I don't remember posting this list. Either you screenshotted, or we're just thinking alike. I did show this list off yesterday a little bit. Yeah, you had to have screenshotted, right, to get the exact 75 cards. Right? Okay. Good job. I haven't play tested it yet. I think we're gonna play test this later today. I'm not sure when. Hopefully it's good. Good deck tech. Okay. Hey, Mandy today. Good morning to you. Can play my Daredevil. I think I'm just gonna Greasefang, make them pop the Lantern if they don't have a 1-mana removal spell here. This is a 4/3, not too bad. Pass back. Second Liliana, notably doesn't plus first. Hit me with Ragavan 3 times now. Got a lot of good draws here. Just casting this Daredevil is also probably not bad on this board either, to be honest. We're gonna be playing Grixis Kaito. I'm probably gonna do one more league with this deck and then do the Kaito deck and then maybe the blue-red Tezzeret deck after that. A lot to do. Not a lot of time. Yeah, I think I'm going to play this. If my opponent makes me discard it, like, this is a vehicle in the yard for future Greasefangs at least. You need Neo cards besides the Greasefang. I've got the black channel land, but that's the only other one. Plus is Liliana. Need to rent the Springleaf Drum. To make this deck is missing card draws, just me projecting. I don't know, man. Not every deck gets to play card draw. I don't know what to tell you. We do have Smuggler's Copter though, and Epicure, but like not every deck gets to play a ton of card advantage. This card's explosives and wear tear. Pretty interesting. I think I like attacking here. Oh, I guess I should have attacked before I played the Spellbomb though. This doesn't really matter against the Liliana Plus. Yeah, if they block like this, I get to kill Liliana. Now they don't have to plus. That's true, but I mean, like, you know, they want to use their Planeswalker. They also, like, can empty their hand and plus, right? Peace Walker Claris, another vehicle you control becomes an artifact creature. It's on Terran Crew 4. There's a blue card that I think does what Peace Walker Colossus does better from the new set. It's a 3-mana 4/3 flyer, or 2-mana vehicle, crew 3, 4/3 flyer, and when it gets crewed, another vehicle you control gets crewed. I mean to try that version of Dreadnought Affinity out, but I haven't got around to it. We got a lot of work to do and a lot of time to do it, I feel, as well. Okay, I think I am gonna pop the Spellbomb. I'm pretty hungry for some impactful cards here, despite like wanting to save an answer for Greasefang. Okay, very good draw here. We get to go Copter, return Daredevil, discard Daredevil, cast Asmo, get Cookbook. The 3/3, the Cruiser 3 that clones and cruise it. I mean, I think that card kind of sucks, to be honest. It's 3 mana. There are much better 3 mana cards in Modern. You know what I mean? It's not really a card I dislike, to be honest. Okay, pass it back. Yeah, well, it's not the exact mirror. They're playing like Ragavan and, like, you know, more traditional cards rather than the food package. Maybe I should have let them get back to Skysovereign and killed. I guess they're killing it doesn't make sense. Just leave it in the yard. Well, I mean, I've got plenty of food. I have plenty of food where this came from. Okay. I think I cited out the Salvage Titan. No, it's still in the deck. I can't get back the Salvage Titan here. I don't have 3 artifacts in my yard. Yeah, I think I just discard the Engineer to get my Daredevil back. And then crew the... I guess I could have crewed first. This probably doesn't really end up mattering. I think I cast a Daredevil here. Yeah, Copter plus Daredevil is pretty good. Buy back Greasefang. We could do that too. I also don't hate getting a Daredevil in play as like Edict Insurance this turn. But we're also like in super commanding position. Yeah, okay. So we 3-2'd our first league with Greasefang. Obviously not bad for a brand new brew in Modern. Deck felt interesting.